All right, so today I'm installing these carbon fiber frame cover pieces from Peter Lib. These are nice little pieces, and they kind of just go right here on the frame and kind of cover everything up as far as the sticker goes in the frame, so everything looks nice and black. So it's just kind of, if I take a step back here, you can see it's kind of just the odd piece out, and everything's gonna be nice and black now with the carbon fiber. I hear a lot of people have success with this, so I'm gonna give it a shot. Now, first thing I do is pull off these side fairings on both sides, this one and the other side. And to accomplish that, we've got to pull this piece off first, this red piece of plastic right here. 4 screws, bam, bam, and on the other side. Okay, after you have that piece off, and it just has like 2 little pops right here, so it feel like there's a little bit of force there. You just pop it right off, and it has a little bit of Velcro right here and here, so don't be scared. And over here, you have to remove this screw, and there's one over here you got to remove as well. Those 2, and then this piece right here will come right up. Do that on both sides. So I'll give you a quick look at this piece that I removed from the side of the bike here. Now that's the screw right there, and that's the screw on that side, but you'll see on the inside of this there's a couple little latches that kind of go into the fairing. So if I can get this thing to focus properly. So this, you have to move out like that. This one you see like that. You see I've bent it a little bit because I'm an idiot. Then over here there's a top one as well. So just make sure you're careful. You just kind of slide it and manipulate it a little bit. Don't try to yank on it or anything. Just kind of move it around. It'll come out eventually. So you have to pull out that black thing that goes on the side here. You're gonna have to pull out these 2 bolts in here, 1 and 2 right there. I would also loosen these down here. Just loosen all of them while you're down here, and then loosen those up. Loosen this one up here underneath the nose, and there's 2 in the side here. Get rid of those as well. When you're removing the whole fairing here, I was kind of stuck in this one part, and I got some help just by posting up here. There's a little pin that's down in there. You can see on top of the frame there. That lifts up. I thought it was a screw. When I looked down there, I was like, are you kidding me? I gotta remove the tank and everything, but nope, it's just a little pin. You just gotta remove everything up and you get everything nice and loose on here. Okay, I got the fender off there, so some things to remember here. You do have these little Velcro things. Mine actually were starting to come off with the fairing itself. So you may just wanna kind of take them off and make sure they're nice and secure onto the frame there. These just kind of pop out, and there's a little thing that goes in there, just pops out as well. On the bottom here, make sure you take off, there's a bolt way down in there. Let's see if I can focus on that. Make sure you take that off because that'll hold the bottom of the fairing down in there. The top of the fairing here slides down, and this all comes out from that nose piece that I told you guys to remove. It all just kind of comes out here. Just be very careful so you're not scratching anything. Make sure I placed it over here on top of some boxes so it's not hitting anything. It's not gonna fall. And we'll do the same thing to the other side. All right, the instructions also call for you removing this fairing as well. This is like a mid fairing. There's a little bolt right here. Pull that out. All right, once you pull that bolt out, this will come out. There is one piece on the frame right here. Once you pull everything off the bike, or the mid frame off the bike, you gotta pull down to get it off of that piece right there. And I just left it dangling because it's here. It's not actually hitting anything when I let it dangle. I'm gonna go ahead and put the frame cover on here. And then it also calls for, once you put that on there and put the masking tape on after it, it also calls for you putting the mid fairing back on. So I'm okay with that dangling for the second here while I just go ahead and apply this real fast. All right, so I placed the frame cover there on the bike. I literally just kind of put it on with my hands, and it looks amazing just with it on with just my hands. I haven't even taped it down, haven't put any of the stuff that he wants on there, nothing. It looks amazing. All right, so now from here, all you gotta do is follow the instructions that are on the lieb-speed.eu. He has some really good detailed instructions there, probably better than I'm gonna be able to give you guys. I was just trying to help you guys to pull off the fairings and get to this point, which actually doesn't take too long. Probably about 30 minutes of work if you know what you're doing. Then from here, he has great instructions. I've literally just placed this on here. It's not even like glued or anything on there right now, and it looks amazing already. So I'll be putting this back together, and I'll show you guys what the final product looks like. All right, so now I've waited enough time here for this to dry. It says 12 to 14 hours, and it says do not skimp on that step. So make sure it sits on there for 12 to 14 hours. Now it says to also install the mid fairing back again. I'm assuming to hold this all together, or whatever the reason may be, I installed it back on there. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this back off again so I can get all the tape off of here, and I'll do the same on the other side, and then everything's ready to go install again. All right, after you get the tape off, the next step is gonna be putting the main fairing on there. So I'm gonna grab one of these fairings and try and get it on there and let you know what the best procedure is to putting one of them on. Okay, so the best method I found to put the fairing in here, make sure all these tabs, these little black tabs and everything, and all the little rubber pieces, make sure everything's on here and lined up nicely. I take the bottom of the fairing here, stick this into the bottom of the bike down there, and then once that's lined in, put this piece up top here that goes under the fairing right there. It'll all kind of slide together and you'll see it. If you pull it apart, it'll make sense. Putting it back together is just as easy. And that's it. She's all wrapped up. You can see it looks pretty good. I really like how the black just flows with everything now with the carbon fiber. Looks awesome. Kind of see right there how it all flows together. Attention to detail is insane on these pieces. They look great. And that's it, guys. Have fun.